Am I the asshole for telling someone she wasn't a bridesmaid? Update: I put this in the comments, but I'll put it here. Apparently his BF's girlfriend has a habit of throwing monumental tantrums over weird stuff. My fiancé was trying to avoid the huge fallout and subsequently the huge backlash she would try to create by asking me to just appease her. I put my foot down and said she can either come as a guest or not at all. He told me it was my decision and he'll let his friend know. We haven't heard anything yet from them, but I'm waiting for the tantrum. Wish me luck. Update 2: So she is throwing a tantrum. The best man is texting my fiancé's other friends about the situation. His day of she has been crying about it and I was unnecessarily rude and intentionally leaving her out because I'm jealous. Nobody is taking it though. I'm still standing my ground and we're rethinking the groomsmen now. This happened today and my fiancé's best friend and his girlfriend all think I'm an asshole now. My fiancé and I got engaged last month and the first thing I did after the excitement wore off was ask my 3 closest friends to be my bridesmaids, including my best friend as the maid of honor. They all said yes and I was pretty okay with having a smaller bridal party. My husband of course asked his best friend to be his best man. Some more context here is that I'm not particularly close with my fiancé's best friend's girlfriend. They've been together for 2 years but most of that they lived in another state. So I've only ever actually hung out with her one other time. Today we went over to their house so my fiancé can pick something up from his best friend and the subject of our wedding came up. She asked me what color the bridesmaids' dresses were gonna be and when she should show up to go shopping for them. I asked what she meant by that and she said that she wanted to clear it on her schedule with work. I got silent for a second and she said, well, because I'm gonna be in the wedding, right? And I told her, honestly probably a little harsher than I should have, no, you're not a bridesmaid. Everyone got quiet and we left fairly quickly after that. My fiancé told me that I should just let her be a bridesmaid. His best friend is texting him saying she's devastated. I just don't know her that well, and I'm not comfortable with a stranger being in my wedding party. Am I the asshole? Edit: my fiancé didn't say or infer that she was gonna be a bridesmaid. She literally cooked that up herself, or maybe her boyfriend told her IDK. Thank you so much, I'm so glad other people thought her assumption was bizarre. Not the asshole, you don't even know her. You have seen her a couple of times. Why would she assume she would be your bridesmaid? Not the asshole, that is a bizarre presumption on her part, and her BF texting your fianc that she is devastated so they can coerce her way into the wedding party is just as bad. It's too bad your fianc can't just speak up and say they don't know each other and we're having a small bridal party. Not the asshole, but I have to ask. Did your fiancé imply to them that she would be a bridesmaid? It seems weird that your fiancé is saying you should just make her a bridesmaid, so I'm just thinking, hopefully incorrectly, that he may have planted that seed. Not the asshole. It is his side. He can make her a groomswoman. WTA. Devastated over what? You've hung out with her one time. She should be grateful she is included as a one. LOL. Not the asshole at all. She sounds extremely entitled and I really hope you don't have to hang out with her a lot after you are married. Not the asshole. It was crazy for her to assume she was in your wedding. You don't know her well, she has no right to be in your wedding. This is a just no. Your fianc may press you for fear his body will pull out. That's on him. What an odd thing to assume. Not the asshole, but if you want to try to smooth things over, so your husband's friendship isn't affected, you could say something like, I'm really flattered you feel so close to me to want to be in my wedding party, but I've chosen my bridesmaids already and want to keep it very tight. Really looking forward to seeing you at the wedding and getting to know you better. Not that you owe her that. Just sometimes it's good to suck up your pride and make nice with people who will regardless be in your life. My husband has been a best man when I was a regular guest. She's weird for assuming. The boys are weird for trying to go along with it. Don't cave. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Your wedding, your choice. And why anyone would want to be a bridesmaid for someone they barely know is beyond strange. Not the asshole. Did you force your fiancé to take men you know as best men? So why should you take a stranger as bridesmaid? They are supposed to spend many time with till the wedding and even make you a feast, so you can't enjoy with someone you don't, who doesn't know you. It's crazy she thought that. My husband's friend was a groomsman and his GF at the time asked me if that meant she was a bridesmaid, and I had to shut that down quick too. Good thing as well, because she was nuts and they've since broken up. Not the asshole. Ridiculous enough assumption on her part, but truly ridiculous reaction from her boyfriend and your fiancé. Point out to your fiancé that you don't know her well enough to consider a friend just yet, let alone bridesmaid material. And point out that you have zero expectation that he have the boyfriends of your bridesmaids as groomsmen. Why would she assume she's in the wedding? Is there missing info? For now, not the asshole. I wouldn't assume I'd be in any wedding, even if it was my nearest and dearest's, unless I was asked. Not the asshole. In fact, just about everyone else is TA. Your fiancé should stand up for you and hush his mouth with this crazy compromise talk. We do not negotiate with wedding hijackers. Her BF should consider she likely doesn't trust him to walk down the aisle with another woman or whatever crazy people say to cover that jealousy. She's just flat out delusional crazy. Not the asshole. 1. You choose the bridesmaids, not him. 2. No one is automatically entitled to a spot in the bridal party, even if their partner is in the wedding. 3. It's rude for her to assume she's a part of the wedding party without any sort of invitation from you. 4. If your fiancé feels she needs to be in the bridal party, let him make her a groomsman. Not the asshole. You have the right to choose your bridesmaids based on your closest relationships, and it's understandable that you might feel uncomfortable having someone you don't know well in your bridal party. While your fiancé and his best friend may have different expectations, it's ultimately your decision, and being honest about your comfort level makes complete sense, to me, at least. Not the asshole. She tried to push her way into your wedding party, either because your fiancé's best man said she'd be in it or he assumed she would be. Your wedding, your rules, your choice who's in it. Period. Not the asshole. She shouldn't have assumed she's the bridesmaid when you have only seen her one other time. Not the asshole. And anyway, is your fiancé making any of your bridesmaids' husband's BFS part of his wedding party? This is the only reason why I think they'd assume that the partner of someone in the wedding party should also be in the wedding party of the other side. Not the asshole. Why does your fiancé think you are because of how you said it, or does he think you should let her in the wedding? If that is the case, you got bigger problems if he's putting his friend's feelings ahead of yours. Not the asshole. She's a stranger, why would she think she could be in your bridal party? Don't feel bad for being honest. You are definitely not the asshole, but did your fiancé say to his best friend that his GF was a bridesmaid? Not the asshole. Getting asked to be a bridesmaid is a big deal, and definitely something that isn't just implied. Even some sisters don't ask each other to be bridesmaids. What an entitled thing to assume you'd be included in. I'm more concerned that she's devastated to not be in your wedding party. Why on earth would she be? You're not close and she was never asked. What's wrong with people? You're in no way an AH. She wouldn't even be invited by her own merit, she's just his +1. Tell your maid of honor that her +1 is now in the wedding and inform your husband he'll have to make room for whoever it is. But don't tell the fiancé. Have the guy walk up to him with pictures of suits and ask which he should wear to the bachelor party. Pretty clear and resounding. Not the asshole. And I may sound crazy, but I'd rethink this wedding. Life throws a lot harder things at you than someone lady trying to butt in on your wedding day, and he folded on you so fast. What's gonna happen when real issues and pressure arises? Not the asshole. OMG, can you imagine the drama this woman would cause if she was in the bridal entourage? What a bizarre expectation, of course, not the asshole. That's not how picking a wedding party works. You don't join the wedding party because your BF, or your GF, or even your husband or your wife is close to one of the future spouses. What you said when confronted with the bizarre expectation might have sounded harsh, but it was also direct and it was the truth. It's not your responsibility to cater to her delusions. This is your day as much as it is your fiancé, so him saying that you should just let her be a bridesmaid in the small wedding party is ludicrous. Ask him if your best friend's cousin's uncle's roommate's methed up boyfriend can be a groomsman on his side. It's probably equally as disconnected to your fiancé as the girlfriend is to you, and probably equally as deluded and entitled. He's marrying you, not the girlfriend. He should be concerned about making you happy, not her.